What's happening, people? Shehi, uneven bounce. Hope you guys are well. So, if you're wondering why I call this video the floater, it's to call my old colleague Barber's phrase. No matter how many times you flush it, it just won't go down. And I feel like that's the current case with Tom Curran's continued selection in England's white ball squads. It's been well documented recently about Tom Curran's malaise at the international level for England. I think he averaged 261 last year to took the solitary wicket. And I think actually got stats appear, but he took off this year. He took 6 wickets in 4 matches. Actually, he might have played 5 matches. Actually, just quickly check. He's 4 matches. So he's took 6 wickets, but 4 of them obviously were in the third and final ODI against Sri Lanka. It was very much a dead rubber. I mean, Sri Lanka were basically the equivalent of a boxing journeyman, just come here for a paycheck. They didn't give a shit about what happened. They would just want to get back on the plane and get back to that heat of Sri Lanka to get prepared for the Indian series. But anyway, the 4 wickets that he took, listen, smacked to mid-off, deep mid-wicket, and just 2 horrendous shots with no foot movements outside our stump, which bagged him the 4 wickets. Do not think for a second that's some kind of resurgence to form with Tom Curran, because it ain't. It really isn't. You know, Tom Curran, when he played those 2 test matches, which, what was it, 2 for 200 over the 2 test matches in Sydney and Melbourne, in that terrible tour, you know, I thought at the time that he was 20 years old, his experience, and I thought he could go on to do okay, you know, at test level if he wants to be a 3-format player. Obviously that series afterwards, he went and took 5 for, I'm not sure which round that was, against Australia in that ODI match. But age 22, I thought, you know what, I thought this guy's got a lot of spunk about him, got a lot of ability, variations, and I thought, you know what, this guy could go on to do, you know, good things. I saw him more as a white ball cricketer. I just feel like as time's gone on, he's not really changed. You just feel like he's exactly the same way he was, you know, 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. I don't think he's much improved, and that's my worry with him. I mean, he's just turned 26 a few months ago. He's at a critical juncture now of his career. It's like, well, where do you go from here? What do you want to be, Tom Curran? Do you want to be this this kind of mystery bowler with all this variation, like, you know, Andili Pepequire, for example, someone like that? Is that what you want to be? Is that who you want to be? The guy bowls 82 miles an hour. Well, his change-ups, balls middle overs, maybe takes the ball to death as well. I appreciate he does the hard yakka there in the death overs, which obviously blots average. But the reality is, he's just been found out. You know, the first time I really thought that Tom Curran was pretty average, or wasn't as good as I thought he was, it was when he played an IPL match, and I think it was for Kolkata, and Watson was playing for Chennai, I believe, at the time. I believe Chennai was playing for Bangalore, I can't remember. And Watson hit him, and then he got him out. He holed out to him. He basically holed out. And Watson gave him so much shit, even after he got out to him. And he basically said, like, you're shit. Like, how can I get out to you? You're absolutely wank bowler. And I thought to myself, like, as a professional cricketer, obviously Shane Watson, extremely experienced, especially at that point, just barracking a guy after he's got out to him. I think, you know what, you lot see a lot more than we do on TV, and I've seen Tom Curran up close at various Surrey games, and I called England games as well, but he's never really kicked on touch of that time. He got like 5 for 3.5 years ago. I just never think he's really been, you know, an extremely impressive bowler. I just feel like, I don't know I think he's confused what he wants to be. I think the pressure's got to him. I mean, his comments of the day about saying, I think I bowled pretty well. No, you've not bowled that well. You're pretty flipping average, actually, at the moment in particular. Now, whether you go on to improve your game and get better with time, we'll have to wait and see. But you keep getting opportunities. That's the thing that pisses me off, because the optics look good. I mean, you know, you're kind of like a homeless version of Dale Steyn, not even a poor man, a homeless version of Dale Steyn. You're about very similar build, 5'11", 6 foot, wiry, but that's where the comparisons stop. That is it. The optics look good, but you're riding that crest of wave, and you're just basically banking on currency that you had 3 years ago, because you're not that good a bowler. Now, people make comparisons to Chris Woakes. Yeah, Chris Woakes had Obviously, he took sixth for as well. He took sixth for in Australia, age 20. He even 21, going on 22. And obviously, he was then sort of averaging in the 30s, but since 2017, he's averaging in his 20s with the ball, mid to early 20s. And he's become an excellent ODI bowler. And white ball bowler, I mean, he's not played until recently, playing a T20 for 6 years, which is criminal, absolutely criminal when I've seen Tom Curran line up. But people to make comparisons, well, Chris Woakes was obviously poor in his mid 20s as well in the white ball game. A pretty average in test game, but anyway, in the white ball game. And said, well, he obviously came good as now. But the difference is that Chris Woakes has his basic fundamentals completely spot on. He's got an extremely repeatable action, very smooth runs to the crease, and absolutely rock solid seam position. That's what he has. Whereas Tom Curran is all flapping like friggin' some fish that's ended up on the friggin' shore. Do you know what I mean? When he comes into bowl, he's all flapping his arms and shit, and it's like, there's no real control there. It's skiddy on. It's a skiddy kind of pace, 82 miles an hour. He bowls. His lengths aren't great at times. He let that slip. His line's generally okay, but his lengths read. He bowls at lengths that does us well in county cricket. When you get found at test level, that's the thing. That's when he's been found out a lot. And his change ups, yeah, okay, he's got his variety. He's got his floppy wrist that helps him, I guess, to change up back of the hand, etc. But he just needs to work on the basics. He has the ability to improve. I've got no doubt about it. I think he's hungry to improve as well. He wants to be a better cricketer, I believe. I think part of him as well is also to do with the limelight. When I look at the guy, I think you just want to be in the club, mate. You're like the fucking, Surrey's 90s version of Jay Dernbach. Do you know what I mean? Fellow Safra as well, isn't he? So you just want to be at Raffles and Chelsea, let's be honest. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's fine. But as long as you're performing on the pitch, which you're not. I mean, even the Blast this year, he went to 40 odd or something. I think I actually got his stats up here. I think it was like 40. It was pretty. Cause I was thinking what was his average actually this year? When I looked at it and just trying to bring it up now, I can't seem to find it that quickly, which is annoying because I saw it before. He's not even here because I can't see this year. I got the list of the leading wicket takers, and he's not here. What's this top 30 bowlers? But I'm sure I saw before he was averaging over 30 or 40, should I say. Sam Curran's brother by far outperformed him. So even at county level now, he's been found wanting a little bit, hasn't he? Really. So listen, I just think he's got to decide what he wants to be. For me, it's almost like you want to go back to just ball and line length, working on just bowling to stop delivery more and more, and almost go back to first class cricket. Why have you all of a sudden in the last 2 years, it's almost been earmarked that Tom Curran is a white ball bowler. He's at 24 years old. Why? Why the fuck has that happened? Why are you suddenly just a purely white ball bowler? Why are you turning out and playing first class cricket for Surrey? Surrey could do with you, to be fair. Surrey could do with you. Why aren't you doing that? If anything, you might have actually more chance of getting into that flipping test side if you work on your start delivering your control. You actually have more chance, because the reality is, as much as we think these guys are Superman and flipping Batman, Broden Anderson, I was thinking for a sidekick then, a Superman, never happened, did he? I should have said Batman Robin, shouldn't I? But anyway, it's gone now. They're going to retire. Broad's 35, Anderson's 39. They're going to go. Woakes is 32. Wood's 31. And he's still, I believe, okay, he's okay. He's alright, his injuries look okay, but the reality is, he's still kind of patched together cell tape, isn't he, a little bit? Ollie Stone, fucked. Back is fucked. I mean, I just don't think he's ever really going to be able to string together a longevity of matches. Ollie Stone, which is really unfortunate. He's a quality player, quality bowler. Jofra Archer, who knows what's going on with him? Mess. Body's a mess. Do you know what I mean? Why aren't you just going back to thinking, actually speaking to Solanke and say, listen, get back in the first class side. I'll play first class cricket for Surrey again. Maybe that way you build your confidence up, because you get to bowl overs and overs and overs and more overs and work on your game. That'd be a lot better than bowling 4 overs and 10 overs a piece and trying to get games under his belt. I mean, he'll probably play the Royal London Cup, I'm sure, but just playing white ball cricket for England and IPL and BBL, He's not becoming a better cricketer. He's not, and the potential is there. He can also swing the willow. He's decent with the bat. He's a great fielder. But why don't you go back and play first class cricket for Surrey and just hone your game? Why not? What are you doing? I don't understand. So he's a side he wants to be at this point. So he's 26. He's 26 and a half years old. You know, you're getting, not saying you're peaking or anything like that, you're not just yet, but you're not far off that. And you can make a play and establish yourself as maybe a 3-4 cricketer, because you're not even in the T20 side at the moment. You're not going to play a T20 Cup. There's no way you're in the front line. You know, your brother's overtaking you by far now, man. Dave Willie probably has as well. They will definitely favour Reece Topley as well over you, mate, if he's fit. Then you got Archer, then you got Wood, then you got Wokes. Where do you stand? You got to play a spinner, 2 spinners. You down the queue, mate. You are down that queue, definitely. So you think about it, and what if these guys like Brandon Carr, for example, do well in these 3 ODIs coming up against Pakistan? Then what are you going to do? You even slip down even further down the pecking order. Do you know what I mean? So you need to go back. To me, that's what you should do. But anyway, I just think you've got muddled thinking about your career trajectory, and you've got to think about what do you want to do, how you establish yourself as a top class cricketer, which we know you can be. But right now, you're so far off the mark. It's not even funny. Do you know what I mean? You're not that good, mate. Right now, you are not that good. This blasé bravado about yourself. Fucking leave it so, because we see right through it, mate. We see absolutely right through it. You built absolute dog shit for the last 18 months. That's what you've done. Dog shit. You step your game up, man, and decide what you want to do and who you want to be as a cricketer, because you're not good enough to be just a first choice white ball bowler anymore for England. Not at the moment, you're not. You're a hell of a way behind there, mate. So I'll leave it there. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, guys. What do you think? Tom Curran, talk of time. But I've been talking about Tom Curran being wank for months now, and I should have done this video months ago, really. And now if people are saying it, you probably think I'm jumping the bandwagon and Wisden and cricketer come out, you know, slating him, various forums and social media. I've been saying this for months. Trust me, people have seen this video. If anyone's seen this video and you converse with me on a one-on-one or in group chat, you know I've hammered Tom Curran for months. Just not good enough. Just not good enough. So yeah, I'll leave it there. If you like the content, please like, comment, subscribe, as I always say. And let me know your thoughts. Let me know your comments. Hopefully see you on the next one. Alright, cheers.